Roofs It. Let's go! With Rob and AJ on the roof at Martin's with U93.
U93, it is Roofs It 2011. Need your donations now. 1-800-853-KIDS. This is our final day. It all ends at 6 o'clock. So if you've been waiting for the last minute, well, it's here. Make that donation now.
And we're joined on the roof right now by Clayton. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing wonderful today.
So awesome. It starts off sad, but it's a cool story at the end that you're back. You actually, what was it, 11 or 12 years ago, you were kind of featured on Roofs It with your story of abuse, right?
That's correct.
Tell us about that and give us a little background, and let's talk about like where you are today and stuff.
Well, I mean, I was riding in the van less than maybe about a year after it happened, and I heard my story, and at first it didn't dawn on me until about halfway through. I'm thinking, this is me.
That's everything that happened in my life.
Exactly.
Right?
And I was 6 years old. I was locked in a closet for days at a time. It was just a horrible experience overall. But I just wanted to come out, make a donation. Maybe stop in and say hey. So.
Well, the cool thing is that it started off with that, and you were then adopted by your aunt and uncle.
Correct.
And from there, tell us, because that's one thing we talk about a lot during Roofs It, is that the incredible resiliency that victims of abuse have, that when they get help, it's not something that necessarily, now you're not damaged goods, so to speak, that you're doing great. And tell us what's going on in your life now.
I'm living a happy life. I didn't let it get to me. I'm a manager at a restaurant, 19 years old, wanting to go to school. I want to be a police officer. Just a means of finding the time, for one, and the cash to do it. So, but that's the goal. The long-term goal is to become a police officer. I want to help people, just like I had an officer that helped me when I was in my situation. So that's what I want to do.
How did your situation come out? How were you rescued from that situation, being locked in a closet?
Well, my stepsister actually ran away. She just got tired of it. She went down to Kentucky, and a police officer named Todd Pate, he just knew that she wasn't lying, and he called her parents and said, hey, I need you guys to come down here and pick up your runaway daughter. Both of you need to come and sign for her. And he went down. He knew that they'd bring me, so he saw me. He saw the marks and things, the neglect, and he took action. So.
That's amazing. That's great. A true hero. Absolutely. And that's awesome that you actually kind of want to follow in Todd's footsteps and become a police officer and do the same thing and be able to impact people's lives like he did.
He's a big role model. So
that's great. And actually, her show's a little bit more popular than our show is, but you were actually on Oprah 4 weeks ago, right?
About 4 weeks ago.
That's amazing.
April 15th.
So tell us about that experience.
It was great. I got a call from one of her contacts, and they said that they wanted me to. I talked to her for like an hour, and after reviewing things, after getting it set up, she decided that she wanted to get me on Oprah because everybody's wondering what I'm up to, how I'm doing. It all started from Bob Green, his articles in the Chicago Tribune, so that's just how everybody kind of figured out what was going on.
Going through your experience and coming out on the other side, if you could talk to somebody who was in your shoes when you were 6 years old, who may be listening, what would you tell them? What kind of advice could you give them?
Hang in there, first of all. Then after that, say something. Tell someone. It's not going to get better until you do. Either that, or you may get lucky and someone will rescue you. In my case, I didn't have the ability to go out in public and say something to someone, but I got fortunate enough that someone did say something. And then the final thing is live your life. Don't let it affect you. Be the person that you want everybody else to be. I wake up every morning, and just like I told Oprah, when I wake up, I want to make someone smile. If I made someone smile, I've done my job. I just try to be a better person each and every day.
And can I say you're the first person that we've ever talked to that said, what I told Oprah? Right. We've never had that happen before. That's awesome.
You did Oprah's show. Okay, well, I guess you can do our show now. Hey, that's amazing. Actually, I got to say, too, when you came up on the lift and Jennifer introduced you to us, just felt your energy. You have such a presence with you, and you could tell that you're a genuine person and you've got a great heart, and definitely feel your energy, and I think you're right on goal with what you want to do and what you want to accomplish in this world. So
I just want to get the word out. That's all. I mean,
and you're
let
doing
people
it.
know. If you see something small, just say something. Call the cops. Even if you're crying wolf, I mean, it's better than not saying anything at all and not being able to save a child's life.
And I think that's also brings great testament to the police officer who helped rescue you in your situation, and it's a great call to action to anyone out there who's in that kind of capacity to do that. If we talked about, doctors doing the same thing too. So, Clayton, thank you so much for sharing your story and doing what you're doing.
Thank you for having me.
Good luck with everything.
U93 Roof Sit.
We need your help.
U93.
As part of Goodwill's ongoing service to this community, we'd like to discuss an alarming